Hey, how's it going, guys? It's gonna be Sebastian. We're back with a trade recap. I haven't done one of these recaps in a long time. I was traveling Europe, but now that I'm back home, I can finally settle in and make these recap for you guys. Gonna be super quick and to the point, but I also want to go, kind of into detail on my thought process behind today's current market conditions because it was kind of hard to, spot it out. It was more so reacting to the market, not predicting. As I trade usually low RR, and I'm reacting to what price action is doing, not predicting, right? So this is the trade I caught right here. It was going to be 25 point stop loss, and we had a 90 point TP. I did move the TP from here to here once I saw the volume increasing, and I also did have book maps opened up as well. So I did have a reason to move my TP. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and hop on Trading View, which I've already assigned all my uh buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity, meaning we're gonna go break down candle through candle. Today's market open, right? So starting off, market opens and we immediately pump higher and we dump lower. Boom, right? So what does that do? We end up basically taking out these internal highs right here, and then we just go straight towards sell side liquidity. So boom, sell side liquidity right here, boom, sell side liquidity right here. We're gonna keep this one out here because I do believe that's the lowest we go right now. Wrong. So we ended up shopping for a little bit, right? Market undecided, right? As soon as market opened, we manipulated lower. So what happens after manipulation? Usually displacement, because again, what is going to be this? This is the accumulation, manipulation, and then the you know displacement should be following that, right? But we're just gonna go ahead and wait and see what the market does. Mind you, I trade time and price, so it's going to be 8:34. I'm not allowed to take a trade until it's going to be 8:40 for me, right? So at Central Time, that would be 9:40 Eastern Time, right? Because I trade time and price. So slowly breaking it down, this candle here looks lower, right? So it seems to be like we have double manipulation. You have this internal low right here, right? Move down and move up. Take out this low, all right? If we're looking for longs, then maybe something off of this range right here would be good, but me personally, I'm pretty hands off right now just because on the higher time frame, if it wants to load, we have these lows right here, right? Look like some pretty juicy lows. It's gonna be a pretty good, selling point. And then we also do have highs right here that are still resting. So my conviction going to the market today was low-key shorts because we had this low right here, mind you, and we've been pumping. We had like this internal rebalance, and then we came higher, take out this higher time frame high, and then we're just like kind of dumping. So I didn't want to see this buy side liquidity get taken out first though, because kind of was some good liquidity which could then take us lower, right? So my conviction here was possible like shorts, but I wanted to also be mindful that we did have some draws higher. So kind of like reacting again, react, not predicting to the markets. So yeah, but let's go ahead and continue. So what does this candle do? This candle goes ahead and rebalances in this internal range right here, rebalances off of the wick and displaces higher. All right. All right, this candle again is going to rebalance into this range. I do like to use these sometimes. These are going to be breaker blocks. No, these are not going to be breaker blocks. These are going to be rejection blocks. Yeah, rejection blocks. We seem to tap the 0.62 and a 0.7 right here. I don't have the 0.7 marked out here, but I'm sure I have it marked out right here. Let me show you guys that real quick. Yeah, we tapped the 0.7 perfectly. And then, yeah, reject off of that. Alright, so we haven't displaced off of it, so you can't really presume that we're going to go higher. On the contrary, we're kind of disrespecting it, but until we close below this wick, we haven't disrespected the rejection block, right? So, order block has been disrespected, but not yet the rejection block. So, this is one of those points where you just wait. You just wait. There's literally no reason for you to enter a trade. There's zero conviction. A short like this would also not be the smartest thing to take ever because we are highly into, premium. We're not in discount at all. So it would not be smart to take that. Not only that, even if you took it out of this like lower time frame range, it's just not smart, right? So I'm just gonna go in and wait for conviction. What do we do there? So we rebalance and then we end up displacing higher, right? This was the original like long I was really thinking about taking, but I just couldn't force I just wasn't convinced enough to take it. Obviously targeting this buy side liquidity up here. With that being said, you could have also targeted, right, off of this order block. Sorry, let me delete these fibs because there's too many fibs going on. You could have also targeted off of the order block right here. Could have also targeted what? -1 right here, -2, or the -2.5, right? 3 different targets. All would have worked out. TP goes ahead and gets hit. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We ran all the way higher, and then obviously buy side liquidity is right here, which you could have also targeted as well, right? So buy side liquidity has been taken out. All right, I still have the conviction that we're going to go lower on the higher time frame. It does seem like we could possibly be going higher. Could have like an internal rebalance before we continue going higher, but I was pretty convinced that we're gonna go lower, right? So in the whole grand scheme of things, I was waiting for an internal rebalance right here because we have this like automatic candle like lower. As soon as we take out liquidity, we have a push candle lower, right? So I kind of do want the market to do something like along the lines of this, right? Where go ahead and draw this out. Kind of wanted the market to like rebalance back into this internal range right here, right? And then possibly get a push lower from that, because it just seemed like I don't know. That's like the confirmation I was really looking for. Unfortunately, we did not get that, but rather we just dumped and took out this internal low, right? So my thought process now is, okay, I still want to get that that internal rebalance, right? And then I want to get the displacement. So go ahead and let's remove this fib. I want to get that internal rebalance, and then I want to get the displacement out of that. So I'm gonna be patient here. I'm gonna wait. We took out this low, okay? So I'm gonna wait and see. We go lower, and then we go higher, right? What do we do right here? We ended up just taking out, tapped into this order block again, this rejection block, right? So many fibs going on, but tapped into this rejection block, rejected off of it like super hard, right? And what do? We just come back to 0.79, right? 0.79 and 0.62 are gonna be some of my like perfect ranges, because it's literally OTE, right? And that's something that I love to use OTE whenever it comes to the lower time frame. And OTE ended up playing out perfectly here. Because if we go into my trade C, if we go to trade C, you can see right here, tapped my 0.705, which is going to be my exact range where I want to see a rejection. If we get some displacement following that, it usually ends up being a good sign. Not only that, there was a lot of resting orders lower. I had book maps open up the whole time, so I could see all the resting orders lower. And yeah, I was just pretty convinced that we would go lower. So my conviction here was that we had this internal high. I'll just mark it out here. We had this internal high right here. What did the market do? Move up, then it moved down, then the market rebalanced, took out this internal liquidity, then we displaced lower. Okay, cool. Shorts right here. 25 point stop loss. Not only that, we also did have an SMT formed. We also had an SMT formed. I did forget to mention that. SMT formed as well, right? And then from there, just straight barbecue chicken, right? Got this low right here if you didn't want to take the whole thing, and we got this low right here. Mind you, this was going to be taken on a daily account, so any profits I made today is going to be going straight into my bank. So all 2.5K is going to be going to be deposited today into my bank. I'm going to go and withdraw that once market closes. But that was today's trade. Super simple, reacting to what price action is doing, going step by step per candle, and just not predicting, but rather reacting to what the market's doing, right? Because I was reacting to the market order showing up on my book maps. I was reacting to the market taking out internal liquidity and then displacing off of it as well, right? So it's not that hard. Literally just take a step back and also analyze the higher time frame, because at the end of the day, that 15-minute draw did not get taken out, but we did end up taking out this internal draw again, and that was basically it, guys. So yeah, not too hard of a day, guys. Pretty simple stuff. I'm gonna be posting my recaps here on more often, and I also do want to make some more long-term content too, just because I feel like that'd be pretty good for education. So if you have any questions, please do let me know, right? I love to help anyone out. If you want to talk to me directly, hit me up on Instagram or TikTok, and we can talk there, or join my Discord. It's gonna be link in bio, and any questions you have, we can talk there. But yeah, that's basically it for today, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for a recap. If we win, if we lose, I'll do a recap, I guess, to go over that as well. But oh yeah, also use code CBAS across any of these 3 firms. I'm gonna be doing giveaways, low-key need to do them because I don't really promote them too much, just because I don't make any money off of them. But I also I don't need to make money off of them, because I am profitable, right? I make my money off of trading. That's where the money comes from, right? And executions are right here for anyone that doesn't believe it. So that's basically it for today, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and y'all have a blessed rest of y'all's day. Goodbye.